In today's video, I'm going to be covering 5 awesome tips that are going to help make your late night gaming sessions a lot more enjoyable, or even your live streams a little bit more pleasant whenever it is later at night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. What's going on, guys? Chad here from How To Tech, the channel dedicated to helping you take your tech to the next level. And today we're going to be talking about 5 awesome tips that are hopefully going to help make your late night gaming sessions a lot more enjoyable, and also make your live streaming sessions that are later at night a little bit easier as well. So let's go ahead and start this with tip number 1. Our first tip is going to be geared towards your personal health. We're going to try to keep you from getting headaches and your eyes hurting and all that strain that comes with looking at a computer monitor for a long period of time. So I would assume, and I may be wrong, but a lot of people in their jobs now are looking at computer monitors at work, whether that's a cash register, you work on a computer doing data entry, or whatever your job may be. So you may already be looking at these screens all day, let alone a cell phone in your pocket is going to give off a lot of blue light, and that is what's going to hurt your eyes. So let's combat that with one of 2 possible solutions. One is a physical solution. You've probably seen blue light blocking glasses before. These are also termed as gamer glasses, or however you may want to put them, but you don't have to get these that are, crazily tinted yellow and just look kind of weird and kind of nerdy. They also have other options that are out there as well that don't have these crazy tints on them and can still look really cool. And yeah, that's a really good option. But the option I tend to prefer is to actually go a different route, and that is to use software. There are a few different things that you can use if you're using a Windows computer. There is actually now in Windows 10 and Windows 11 built-in blue light blocking stuff. I believe it's called like night mode. I'll put a video of that on screen. You can access that through your settings and then your display, I believe, and just adjust the amount of night light or blue light blocking, whatever it is. And what's going to happen is you're going to see your screen essentially go from a clear, more white color for the whites, and it's going to kind of become a little more orange. What this is going to do, it's going to block out the blue light, and it's going to make it a little bit more, digestible, I guess, for the eyeballs, and it's going to help your eyes and keep your head from getting headaches. There is also another option called Flux, or F.LUX. This is something I've used in the past and I really enjoy. You can, I believe, on both of these set timelines of where you want to essentially, or timers to kick in, say after 8 o'clock, I want this blue light filter to come on, and you can do that, and it's really simple and really easy to use, and it's going to help your eyes and keep you from getting headaches and stuff from gaming or streaming late at night and looking at a screen. Tip number 2 is adding light to the environment that you're in. Blue light is very important to try to block because it will give you headaches, like we mentioned in tip number 1. But tip number 2 is to try to decrease the contrast between brightness in your environment. So if you're looking at a bright screen and your room has all the lights off and it's completely dark, if you go to look away, you're going to be looking into probably what just looks like pitch black, even though it won't be that way if you weren't just staring at a bright screen. That is not good for your eyes. It's going to have your eyes constantly adjusting and trying to focus on, different things, and the levels of light's going to be messing with your eyes so much. It's the equivalent of you being inside and it being very dark, and then walking outside and the sun being, itself and being super bright, and then you walk out and you're almost like stunned, like it was a flashbang in a video game. You want to try to essentially avoid that. So try to keep some lights on. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Maybe some LEDs in your room, kind of like what we've got up here, might be enough to help compensate the, overall lack of light in your room or wherever you're streaming at night. Tip number 3 is to utilize a backlit keyboard. If you're like me, I don't tend to have those lights that I do have on that bright in the room, and having a backlit keyboard is really amazing whenever I'm playing certain games where I'm not used to the keybinds, or I'm using buttons past like the WASD key that I'm holding with, my left hand. Some of those other keys are kind of hard for me to figure out where they're at night with it kind of dark in my room. So having a backlit keyboard like I have right here, this one from Logitech's really amazing for being able to see what keys I'm pressing at night. And if you have hotkeys set up, it's great for your live stream as well. If you want a pro tip and you do some live streaming, or maybe you just want ultimate control of your computer, maybe think about getting an Elgato Stream Deck. These things have mini screens, like mini LED screens inside of them, and they are super awesome. You are going to see this all the time, no matter if it's dark or if it's really bright in your room. You will be able to see these, and that is, once again, my pro tip for being able to control stuff and see stuff in the dark in your room. Tip number 4 is going to essentially keep you from getting in trouble, and that's a good thing. You've probably had late night gaming sessions, whether you have probably woken up a parent, a wife, children, no matter what your situation is, or if you live in an apartment complex, somebody complaining. You don't want to be waking up people during these late night gaming sessions or live streams. And the way to circumvent this is to try to capture that audio and contain it in the room that you are in. And that is great with things like we have on the wall over here, which is like acoustic foam. And there are many other options, whether that's just adding a couch to your room or throwing a blanket over a chair in your room. Doing anything that you can to keep the sound from waking other people up, in my opinion, is an amazing pro tip, and you should try it. If you have dedicated area to hang stuff on the wall, like acoustic foam or maybe some like sound boxes, go ahead and do that. It will be a big favor to not only your family, but yourself, to keep you from getting in trouble from those that you love and maybe those strangers that live very close to you. Tip number 5, bring a friend. Friends are always nice. Friends are going to essentially help make your gaming sessions more fun. And, you know, they might also unfortunately make those gaming sessions a little bit louder. That's the way it typically is for me. Whenever I'm gaming with my friends, we're laughing, we're yelling, we're whatever. It's all kinds of crazy. So definitely treat those rooms if you've got friends that you're playing with. But also, if you're live streaming, your friends are going to make your content better. It's going to be more entertaining. You're going to have more topics to talk about. There's going to be more conversation, and it's not going to feel as static if somebody jumps into your live stream, and that's really awesome. Now, here we go with our pro tip. This is my pro tip. It may not be relevant to you. Depends on, you know, what you typically consume, what you put in your temple. And that, to me, is caffeine. Caffeine is a great pro tip. If I am dragging one day, you know, and it's just late at night and I'm still want to game with the guys, or I want to live stream, caffeine is my friend. Whether that is a cup of coffee, whether that is, say, an energy drink or something, a caffeinated beverage, those right there can be really helpful as well, and keeping you a little bit more awake and making you possibly perform a little bit better in the games you're playing in, or make you a little bit more entertaining in your live stream because you don't look like you're about to fall asleep. So all right, guys, that's going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Go ahead, destroy that like button, get subscribed, turn on notifications, all that other stuff. Comment down below, what are some of your late night gaming or streaming tips that we may not have covered? I know some of these may seem a little bit simple from the perspective of a lot of people, and then other people may not have thought, oh yeah, I would have never thought to just go ahead and buy an LED keyboard or backlit keyboard with LED so I can see that one freaking key on the other side of my keyboard that I really need in this weird game that I don't play all the time. It might be useful for you. Once again, thanks to all of our lovely members for helping support How To Tech. You can join today and get early access to videos, discounts on merch, community-only posts, and much, much more. Big thanks to all those that are on screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Chad from How To Tech, helping you take your tech to the next level, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.